guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you all are doing well and are also in good health and wealth. So you guys know why you are watching today's video. You guys know you are surrounded by people who are toxic. It can be your friends, it can be your family members, it can be your relatives, and you're just trying to identify, like, is this for real? Are they the bad people, or am I overthinking? Am I too sensitive? All these things just get in your mind and you start thinking that, okay, why is this happening to me? Why me? I'm kind to people, I'm good to everyone. Why are people not good to me? Because let's just face it, good people expect the world to be good to them. Some wise person once told me that just because you are kind, you can't expect the world to be kind, which is the truth. But I can expect the world to give me respect, to show me respect, and if they don't do that, I should be bold and brave enough to cut them off, no matter who they are. Today, I'm not just here to share my story, but I'm also here to ensure that through my story, you all apply these lessons to your life and transform from self-doubt to self-love. I can understand how self-doubt is, right? It's so frustrating. I mean, at every moment, you're overthinking, you're questioning your worth, you're asking yourself constantly, am I worth it? What is he gonna say? What is she gonna say? What are people gonna say? It can be totally frustrating, but trust me when I say this, just trust the process. Identify your strength and weakness. Try to understand what is happening around you. Where can you get better? Who is bringing that positivity in your life? Who is not bringing that positivity? Who is bringing negativity into your life? The moment you identify that is when you will understand, okay, you know what, I don't want to spend my time here, I don't want to drain my energy here, I don't want to spend time with people who are not bringing any value to my life. The moment you understand this is the moment you start growing. Okay, so stay till end of the video and I promise it's gonna be worth it. Right now, grab a cozy blanket, pour a hot cup of tea or coffee or maybe tequila, not for underage though, and let's dive in. Chapter 1 is identifying the struggle. You need to understand that whatever is going on in your mind, whatever is happening, why is it happening, what is the root cause of that. So for me, it was my childhood. It was right back to my childhood. When I was 4 or 5 years old, I had relatives telling me that, how problematic it is to be an only child. And before that, I never thought of it as a problem. I never thought that being an only child is a bad thing, but there were voices around me telling me that, oh my god, you're an only child, oh my god, you're a spoiled brat. I was not a spoiled brat, but people were around me telling me that. And every time I heard sentences like, what, your parents are gonna regret it if they don't get you a sibling. Like, what, are the siblings available in the supermarket? Sorry for the frustration, sometimes I just get a bit pissed off, but yeah, like, are these siblings available in the supermarket? Is it that easy? And every time I used to feel like, oh my god, is it that problematic being an only child, right? Because I was just 4. What am I supposed to understand? Like, these relatives, these people are supposed to be my protectors, people who care and nurture me, not someone who fills these insecurities in my head, So for me, it was like, is it that bad to be an only child? And I looked around and I realized, what? They are right. Other people are having siblings. They're having elder brothers, elder sisters, younger siblings, and I am an only child. So maybe they are right. Maybe it is wrong to be an only child, and I mean, what is gonna happen? Like, and because of that, I felt guilty of being close to my parents, because the minute I used to, talk to my parents, be friendly with them, people around me used to tell me, what, you're so spoiled, you're so pampered, you need your parents 24/7. Like, why? And I was like, okay, you know what, they're right, they are right, this shouldn't be happening. So the minute my parents, and in the coming years, the minute my parents used to try to talk to me, try to spend time with me, I used to refrain myself from doing that. I used to maintain that distance. I used to be like, no, it's wrong. You know what? I shouldn't, you guys shouldn't be my friends. Y'all are my parents. Y'all should not come and talk to me. Y'all should not come and spend time with me. Y'all should focus on your career or whatsoever. Don't do that to me, And this kept happening till I hit my teenage. That's how impactful it is, That's how powerful words can be. And that's why you have to be careful with your words. The next thing which had a major impact in my childhood was, body shaming. As you all can see, I have a bit of thick lips, okay? So it was always a mockery thing in childhood, So everybody used to come and tell me, oh, your lips are so thick, like it's so huge for your face. And I never thought my lips are problematic, but because people came and told me that my lips are not supposed to be this thick, I thought it is problematic. And I was like, you know what? You guys are right. I shouldn't be having thick lips. So imagine a 5-year-old thinking that when I will grow up, when I will be earning, the first thing I'm gonna do is cut off some lips, get my lips done, get these surgeries done, and get the illusion of thin lips. A 4 or 5-year-old child thinking that, how bad could it be, right? And I was so insecure about my lips that I used to go to school, and I should try to do this, because this is to create the illusion of thinner lips. And I used to go on asking everyone, okay, is my lips looking thin now, is my lips looking better now? Oh my god, the things I've done. I used to press my lips like that, just so that it looks a bit chotu sa, patla sa. And that went on till my teenage, and I was like, damn, this is not right. So these were some things that left a scar on my mindset, I feel, because I never thought these things are problematic. Being an only child, being a chubby kid, having curly hair, or having thick lips. But people around me made it feel like it's a curse. It's a disgusting thing, right? So this left a major scar in my life, and throughout my teenage year and my adulthood, those insecurities started developing. And I think one day I just sat and I understood that, what, this just goes straight to my childhood. The way I'm behaving, why I want to be perfect at everything, why I want to be a people pleaser, why I can't hurt people's feelings, why I can't say people no, is because since childhood I was criticized. I was made to feel bad about things that are not in my control, So I realized, okay, yeah, these things, they go straight to my childhood, and I have to heal that inner child. I have to heal that 4-year-old baby, that 5-year-old baby who didn't understand that it's okay to have thick lips, it's okay to have curly frizzy hair, it's okay to be a chubby kid, it's okay to be an only child, and it's okay to be best friends with your parents. So that was the first step, identifying the struggle. So that went straight to my childhood. I identified that and I realized ki, okay, that has to be healed. Sorry darlings, my battery just ran out. Okay, so moving forward, now that we have identified the struggle, like identifying the root cause of our insecurities and self-doubt, it's time to move forward to the next chapter, the journey of self-improvement. And let me tell you, my darlings, it just didn't happen overnight. It took me years of denial, again self-doubt, understanding, overthinking to understand what is happening, and finally I'm here at a much better place right now. And I assure y'all, even you are going to be at a much better place. I realize that it is my story. I am the main character. I am the heroine of the story. So why am I acting like other people are the main characters in my story? And why am I acting like other people are in control of my story? I am the main character. I am in control of my story, and I have the power to change my script. I have the power to edit my script. I have the power of turning the story the way I want it to be. Like I have that power. So why should I worry about what other people think? Why should I worry about impressing other people? Because let me tell you one thing very honestly, when you have so many insecurities crept in, when you have so many self-doubts, when you have people since childhood telling you what to do, what not to do, that urge, that people pleasing urge automatically starts taking place, where you want to keep people happy. And let me just tell you, people pleasing is not equal to sucking up to someone. That's totally different scenario. People pleasing is when you can't say no to people, when you can't hurt people's feelings, when you will put their preferences, their needs over you, when you will compromise on your own beliefs just so that that person doesn't feel bad. And I have been doing this for years. Like I am 26 now, and I think since childhood to my teenage and to the start of my adulthood I have been doing this, and that never really made me happy. When I started the self-improvement journey, I realized that why am I keeping people happy? It's okay to put myself first. It's okay to be selfish. And for some reason I didn't want to be selfish at times, because this is something which I have been told since childhood, that if you're an only child, you gotta be selfish. You are going to be selfish, and I wanted to prove everyone wrong, that no, I'm not selfish. So just to prove everyone wrong, I was like, oh my god, every time I legit, like, now when I think about it, I was like, damn, Sonali, why did you actually do that? These people didn't even deserve that. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't give people importance, you shouldn't keep them happy, but not at the cost of your own needs, not at the cost of your own happiness. Trust me, because after a point you will get so drained out keeping everyone happy, pleasing everyone, that you will be so exhausted that after a point you won't even feel like, socializing, talking to your close ones, and then you will isolate yourself from everyone. I did that, and you know that cost me a fortune. It didn't have to be like that, but again, that was a learning lesson for me. And one of the drawbacks of having insecurity, self-doubt and people pleasing is that you do so much for others, you keep making them happy, keep making them happy, keep making them happy, and then you have that expectation from them, okay, this person is going to be there for me, because it's human tendency. You can't just say that, oh, you shouldn't be having expectations from people. You are going to have expectations, you're a human after all. And when they don't do that for you, when you will go above and beyond for that person, but they won't even, what is that quote, they won't even cross a river for you, and that hurts. That made me realize that, what, not everybody deserves my time, not everybody deserves my love, my care, my concern, my attention. And I really need to be careful about the people I invite in my life. I need to be careful about what kind of energy they are bringing in my life. If they are someone who always sees me as a competition, who always tries to put me down, who always tries to hurt me, pinpoint me. And again, let me just clarify, if you have someone who is giving you constructive criticism, well and good, but I'm not mixing that up, okay? So it's not like, oh, but if that person is telling for my good, it's okay. You will realize, you will know if that person is really a well-wisher, or if he's really or if he or she is really trying to put you down, hurt you. So that kind of, I started deciding on those factors. So this thing, the journey of self-improvement, was really like, if I could conclude this chapter, it would really be me realizing my worth, me realizing that I'm the main character of my life, me realizing that I have to put myself, okay, I have to choose me before others. I have to choose myself, I have to keep myself happy, because if I am happy, only then others are going to be happy, right? If I keep making everyone happy, if I'm going to hurt myself and keep everyone happy, then I won't be happy, and that is going to drain myself out. And again, realizing that what kind of energy you want to be around, what kind of people you want in your life, what value do they bring in your life, what value do you want to provide in their life. This chapter was all about that. Now going on to the next chapter. Chapter 3 is setting boundaries. Now that you have identified your struggle and you have started the journey of self-improvement, it is very important to start setting boundaries, because let's be very real, just by understanding what is the root cause of your self-doubt and your insecurities, and once you start working on yourself, that's not enough. You have to, as I said previously, you have to start setting boundaries. Your inner circle or your circle should only include people who bring positivity in your life, who are there to uplift you, who are there to support you, because you would do that for them. You would do everything in your power to ensure that the person is happy, that person lives a good, happy life. You need somebody like that in your life. You need someone who's not trying to bring you down, who's not a manipulator, who's not a narcissist, who's not someone who is not pretending to be your friend but backstabbing you, pretending to be your family but hurting you. You don't need that kind of energy in life. And that was my third step in the journey from self-doubt to self-love. It started with me realizing that people who I call my family members, my relatives, people who I call my best friends, they are not actually that. They are there in my life to lower my confidence, to make me feel bad about things I don't have control. And when I realized, okay, these are the people who are never going to be happy for you. Anytime you achieve something good in your life, they're never going to be happy for you. They're going to have that jealousy, they're going to have that they're going to project their jealousy, their insecurities on you. you realize that, okay, now I don't need this person in my life. And trust me, being a people pleaser, that is very difficult, yeah. I mean, it's so difficult because I know I have given some ridiculous people in my life infinite number of chances, and they didn't deserve that, to be honest. And every time I was like, what, this person is just draining my energy. Because when you're a people pleaser, when you're a good person, you're also a person who has a lot of empathy. And the downside of being an empathetic person is that, you give, and oh my god, that is so draining, that is so exhausting. Trust me, it is so exhausting. And for me, it was very difficult to cut ties off. Some of them were part of my childhood. Some of them are people who I grew up with. Some of them were my close family members, my close friends. And to cut them off, it took immense amount of strength. The number of times I tried to cut them off and I failed, because oh my god, I don't want to hurt that person. I can't betray that person, I can't leave that person. And every time I tried doing that, and I'm sure many of you guys can relate to that, right? When you try to remove somebody from your life, but you can't, because you are not that kind of a person who will just ghost someone, or who will just cut somebody off. And it is so frustrating, because your mind is constantly battling with things, do's and don'ts. Should I do it, should I not do it? Those like that overthinking. And I just realized one thing, and I'm pretty sure this is something which will help you guys take the tough decision of cutting people off. I realized that, okay, this person, okay, whoever it is, this person, since childhood or since whatever time, has constantly been putting me down, has constantly criticized myself, made me feel bad about myself, lowered my confidence, hurted me to such a level that I hated myself. When I looked at myself in the mirror, I hated every part about me. I hated my existence because of this person, or because of bunch of people. And so far the relationship is there only because I am holding on to that, only because I am putting efforts to not cut that person off. If that person really loves me, first of all, if somebody loves you, he or she would never say things to hurt you like that. He or she will never would never hurt you to such an extent where you feel like your existence doesn't matter. That's your clue. You know that you're holding on to this person, and you have to let that person go. That's it. Because if the relationship was important, even that person would have put equal efforts. That person wouldn't have started humiliating you, insulting you at every chance he or she got. And it's not your duty, it's not your responsibility to keep everyone happy, to hold on to people like that who really don't deserve to be there in your life. And that really got me. I realized that, what, Sonali, you're right. You don't have to hold on to these people, because it looks like the efforts are one-sided. You take stand for these people, you respect these people, you are there for these people through their thick and thin. You are there for them whenever they need you. But are they there for you? Have they uplifted you? Have they brought positivity in your life? Apart from criticizing you, apart from humiliating you, apart from telling you in that joking way how stupid you are, and whenever you try to take a stand for yourself, they are like, oh, you're so sensitive, oh, you can't take a joke. What else have they done? And that silence was loud, because I didn't have an answer. And that's when I realized that, what, I have to cut them off. And I also realized that some people didn't deserve my explanation. I'm seriously going to punch this camera. Every time I'm trying to say something heart to heart, it's either battery low or memory exhausted. Seriously, yeah. So anyway, what I was saying is that I realized that some people didn't even deserve my goodbye. Like, why should I tell them goodbye? And that doesn't mean that I ghosted them. But yeah, like, I just distanced myself. And whenever they approached me, or they tried to talk to me, I was like, I was just very clear that, what, I didn't give a big ass explanation, but I was very clear that, what, you just need to maintain distance from me. I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to do anything related to you, and I think that was enough. Initially the reactions were, oh come on, stop being so sensitive, oh really, you're feeling that bad, okay, I'm sorry, I won't joke with you, okay, I won't pull your leg or something like that. But that's all nonsense. And just because somebody wants to joke, that doesn't mean that they are allowed to humiliate you or insult you in the name of jokes. People can joke in a healthy way, and when it is not healthy, right? Okay, so moving on to the next chapter. The final chapter is embracing self-love and acceptance. So here is the bottom line, my beautiful, my gorgeous souls. You are worthy of love, care, respect, and acceptance just the way you are. Okay, you have to embrace your flaws, you have to celebrate your uniqueness. That's what makes you, and you have to be in charge of your story. You have to take ownership, and when you do, you are gonna shine so brightly, the entire world is gonna notice. Trust me on that. Okay, and let me be clear on one thing, darlings. Just because you're setting boundaries, that doesn't mean you have to be unkind, rude, and not a good person to others. You can still be a good person, you can still be kind to people, you can still be generous, yet maintain your boundaries. And the right people will just be there for you. They will stand right by you, and they will appreciate you. They will be there for you, give you constructive criticism, and just keep pushing you, so that you can achieve everything in life. And that's how you will have people who truly care for you, genuine people around you, with no competition, no jealousy, just healthy, genuine relationships. So that's about it for today's video. And wait, before you all go, I have some self-evaluation exercises for you all. It is based on whatever I spoke in today's video, my journey from self-doubt to self-love. I want you all to either grab a journal if you all are good with writing and everything, or if you all think that writing is something which you all don't enjoy, just like me, you all can grab your mobile or a camera and you all can self-evaluate. It's all about self-reflecting. So these are few questions which I want you guys to ask yourself, and trust me, it is the start of your healing journey. Okay, first question is, you need to ask yourself, you can write it down or you can record it in a mobile. You need to ask yourself, what are some of the major negative influences in your life? It can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be relatives or friends or colleagues. It can be some habits, it can be your surrounding, it can be anything. So I want you all to first ask yourself the negative influences in your life. I want you guys to write that down, or if you're recording it in a mobile, I want you to talk about it, like what are the negative influences in your life. Second question is that once you have understood the negative influences in your life, I want you guys to ask yourself, what steps are you gonna take to set those boundaries for your own well-being? What are some of the necessary measures or precautions you need to take? What are the steps you can implement to ensure that you can cut off these negative influences in your life? Okay, so this question I want you guys to ask yourself, and I want you guys to deep dive into that question. You all need to give this question a very detailed analysis. Like, I don't want you all to just ask yourself and just write down whatever. Like, you all have to think about it. You all have to think, okay, what can I do to cut these people off? How can I protect my well-being? This is the next question. And the third question is, how can you practice self-love on a daily basis? Now for me, self-love is going to the gym, a bit of meditation, watching my favorite shows on Netflix or anywhere, spending time with my parents, and few of my close friends. This is something which I do regularly. Okay, and trust me, if I don't do even one of these things, it really makes me feel like I haven't done enough. I haven't pampered myself enough. So you guys need to ask yourself, what is something that you can do, like what kind of self-love practices you can do on a daily basis. Okay, and whatever you enjoy doing, ensure that you do it regularly, because that will really protect your peace of mind. That will really bring sanity in your life, and that will really make you feel better. You will really have a good start of the day. So these three questions I want you to ask yourself, and I want you to answer and practice it. Okay, work on it, and then come back to the comments and let me know how it goes for you. Okay, until next time, have a great day, guys. Bye. And make sure, if you liked the video, to like, share and subscribe. Okay, bye.